Computer. Got it. Recording in progress. And now I am going to share my screen just as soon as there we are. I needed more options. Okay, so here we go. So now you should see our presentation. So this is called A Better You, here to help you be your best and learn about hemp. So again, my name is Ashley Lamb. I am, let's see, in real life, I am a wife and a mom. I am a high school counselor by day, and by evening and weekends and all those things, I am someone who is very interested in helping you live your best life. I started in direct sales, oh gosh, when I was in college. And I just love it. I love being able to talk to other people and to help them with whatever it is that's going on in their life. And so when I found Green Compass and CBD, I knew that it was something that I needed to add to my daily regimen. So we're going to hop right in and let's see if we can go to the next slide. I think it's going to do it, maybe. Oh, it didn't go. Hold on. Let me go to reshare and let me find that so I can share everything. Let's go here. Make sure. Technology, right? Okay, I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to try that one more time because I want to make sure you can see everything. I'm going to do whole screen. Let's do whole screen. That might make it easier. There we go. And back, forward. Got it. Got it. Okay, so I'm making sure that you can see what I see, and you can. Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. So our story, there are a lot of us here that have used hemp. These are some of the people that lives have been impacted by the hemp industry and adding a daily CBD regimen to their life. So a little bit of our story. So my story is I actually started with Green Compass because I wanted to help my husband with his neck and back pain. I knew that CBD was really, really good for pain. And I didn't really understand and know all of the other things that CBD could be good for. For my whole life, I have suffered with terrible, debilitating migraines, the kind that put you in the bed, make you nauseous. I have a rotation of ice packs. I have all kinds of things at my arsenal that I have to use so that I can keep my migraines away. But a few months ago, the insurance said, you may no longer have that medication that was working so good for you. And I had to suddenly stop it. And if you've ever suddenly stopped any sort of medication, you know that that is absolutely not good. So I migrained literally for 10 days straight. And then I added CBD because I needed something that was going to help in some way, shape, or form. I had literally tried everything. And so now it is Sunday, March the 23rd, and I am right at 12 weeks. I'm almost at 12 weeks migraine free, and I am on zero prescription medication, none, no preventative, no emergency. I don't have to take pain pills. I don't have to take anything. And that has been amazing. My other issue was sleep. I had those, overwhelming racing thoughts when you're trying to lay down and fall asleep. I was having to take 2 Benadryl and a couple of melatonin every single day. I'd have to take them by like 7:30 so that I could hope to fall asleep by 11:30, which is not great either. And when I told my doctor about this, because she had prescribed me like sleeping pills and they made me feel so weird, I was just like, I'll just stick to the Benadryl. And she was like, I don't really love you taking Benadryl every day because that has been linked to increasing your chances of getting dementia. And I was like, oh, well, we will stop the Benadryl. So for me, overall, anxiety is definitely less. My sleep now is amazing. and I have no migraines. My dad, his knees, hips, joints don't hurt anymore. Karen talked about, the stress of work and having to work, 50, 60 hours a week and how overwhelming that was. That is so much better. Sarah has a really debilitating arthritis in one of her feet, and she is a teacher. And so she stands on her feet all day long, and she doesn't have that pain anymore. My mom shared her story about suffering from diabetes, and one of the symptoms, side effects of diabetes is neuropathy. And she told me just a week ago that she hadn't been able to feel her feet in 10 years. And I told her she was going to get a spanking because she hadn't told a soul. Like, she didn't tell me, my dad, her doctor, no one, because she was afraid of what the doctor would say when they found out she couldn't feel her feet. But she can feel her feet now, and she is only 4 weeks into her CBD journey. So it can work for you. It works differently for every single person, and we'll get to why in just a second. First, I definitely want to address like the elephant in the room, what it is and what it isn't. It is not drugs. I'm not selling you marijuana or weed. It is not dangerous. It is safe to use for pets, children, you, elderly, it doesn't matter your age. If you have a spine, you can use CBD. It won't make you feel wonky. I have shared in my story that I have used one that made you feel wonky before. So I know the difference between the two. I actually had a lovely lady come over here this afternoon and we talked about that. And I said, I'm sorry that I had that experience, but I can at least really speak from a good place of authority to say, it really is different because I know I've done it. So if you're skeptical about CBD, you should be, because 80% of the world's CBD, the hemp that we use in products that you see like at the vape stores with the big bright lights, is grown in China. And so it's grown in China and then shipped here. Even if a product says made in the USA, it's because was the hemp was grown in China, but then it was processed later here in the United States to make the product. But in China, it is grown as a trash crop, which means it's there, it's purifying the air, it's cleaning everything out. Because think about how many people are in China. And the hemp is super duper absorbent, and it is absorbing all of those pollutants and all the things that are in the air. And then they are processing it into a product, and then you are consuming it. So that's probably why you've tried it before and it didn't work, or you tried it before and it made you feel weird, because this is why. So what exactly, oops, I skipped one, go back. So what makes this different? It is grown locally. This is completely housed in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is grown, it is processed, it is shipped, it's put into the packages, like from start to finish. It is a total linear model, just from a family, a mama on a mission who needed CBD for herself as she was overcoming post-pregnancy and things like that, then to finding something that was safe enough to give her children. So they own the process, family owned. 6th-generation farmers are creating this legacy. You're not going to have any of those wonky effects. The floor is not going to move. The walls aren't going to talk to you. You're not going to get that accelerated heart rate or anything crazy. Then there's something called a COA. And let me grab the bottle. On the bottom of every single jar is this thing. It's a QR code, and you can scan it, and it pulls up for you exactly what is in your jar, down to the piece of dirt where your CBD, where your hemp was grown and farmed. It's going to show you everything. It's going to show you what they've tested for, whether testing for Delta 8, Delta 9, THC, all the things. You are absolutely going to know what you are consuming and what you are not consuming. So when we talk about CBD, lots of people say, oh, CBD, it comes from the cannabis plant. That means cannabis is marijuana, right? No, it's not quite right. So the way we describe it is grapes. When we talk about grapes, everybody knows what a grape is, right? But grapes can become grape juice, or they can become wine, just depending on how it is processed. So we live in the grape juice world, so not in the wine world when it comes to CBD. you will know again with that QR code absolutely everything that is in your product. So you don't have to worry about any sort of drug testing or anything like that. We will help you and guide you along the way. But no matter what you take, even if you take the whole jar, you are not going to feel wonky, silly, giggly, anything like that. So why will CBD help you? This is a great question. So you have something called an endocannabinoid system, and that's a crazy big word, and nobody wants to have a lesson, right? But you need to know this. Your endocannabinoid system actually touches every part of your body, from tissue, bones, your hair, your anxiety level, your brain, all the things. It is literally the driver of your body. And we talk about it like a parking lot. So you may have 5 parking spaces empty in your parking lot, and I may have 5 parking spaces empty in my lot, but mine might be the first 5 and yours might be the last 5. So as the CBD enters in, it finds where it needs to park. And if it's already got a parking there, cars already parked in that spot, it's not going to try to double park. And that's why it works. It is scientific and like a jelly with a brain, because it is showing you exactly what you need, and it fixes that for you. So whether it's anxiety, low libido, digestion, sleep, overthinking, you name it, whatever your particular problem is, it is going to address that thing for you. So that's why I can take something that's going to help me sleep, and you can take the same thing and you're like, oh, I already sleep like a champ. I don't need that. No worries. It's going to fix your anxiety, it's going to fix your digestion. So it's one size fits all. You don't have to worry about, okay, well, if I have this and I have that, which one of these things do I take? Everybody takes the exact same thing. So that makes it really nice. So what kind of results can you expect when you take CBD? And so we do have jellies or oils, and we'll go into that next. But you can experience a reduction in headaches, appetite control, muscle recovery if you're trying to work out and get your physical fit on for the summer. It will help you with your sleep. It will improve your immune support, lower your stress, increase your focus, reduce mood swings, lessen inflammation, lessen irritability. The list literally goes on and on. So if that's what it fixes, what will it feel like? Because I want to make sure I don't feel wonky, I don't feel silly. It's going to feel like less stress. It is going to feel like the absence of people getting on your nerves. It is going to feel like the absence of sleeplessness, meaning you're going to get a good night's rest. The absence of pain, the absence of feeling blah. Like, if you are suddenly saying no a lot to things used that you used to love to do, and now you're like, I think I'll just stay here on the couch and watch Netflix. But man, I really do wish I would go and do X, Y, and Z. You can go do that now. So jellies versus oils. Why are there 2 programs? Why are there 2 products to choose between? Really? Taste and texture. Some people do not like gummy vitamins, gummy candies. I don't know those people. I'm not one of those people. I love a gummy candy. Like, I can't even buy any for my office because I will eat them all. So I particularly like the jellies just because I love a gummy candy. Jellies are super fast acting. They last up to 24 hours, and you don't have to wait 20 minutes before eating and drinking when you take it. With the tinctures, you do need to wait 20 minutes before you take it. It goes right underneath your tongue, and you just hold it for like a minute and then swallow. The tinctures really do taste good, and I have some and I have used them, but I just personally prefer the jellies. Now, if you're totally opposed to jellies, and then you're like, I'm not so sure about an oil and how it will taste or the texture of that, you can put it in your belly button, because think about it. When we were all in our mama's bellies and we had the umbilical cord going into our belly button, that is such a streamline to your central nervous system, to the blood vessels and all of those things, because that's how we were fed for 9 months while mom was pregnant with us. So you can actually put it in your belly button and it will absorb into your body as well. So there's lots of good reasons why we have 2 different versions for you to choose from. And then, of course, if you need a targeted helper, now we really recommend everybody start with an oil or a jelly. That's where everybody starts. And it really is, again, taste and texture preference. But if you know that you haven't had a good night's rest in 10 years, maybe you have 5 parking spots that are empty in your sleep wheelhouse. So, this is what I do because my sleep was terrible. It was so horrible. So, I take a half of a jelly, a sleep jelly, and I put like 3, 4, or 5 drops of the sleep oil in my belly button every night. I started that on Monday doing the drops in my belly button. I have woken up each morning having slept so good, I don't even know what day of the week it is. But the beauty is, it's not like it's knocking you out. It's not putting you into like a coma when you're going to sleep, like you would if you took a sleeping pill. If you had an emergency call at 1 o'clock in the morning, you would still be able to drive your car. It doesn't make you feel, again, doesn't make you feel silly or wonky. So that's what I use. And if you are waking up in the middle of the night, sometime between like 1 and 3, and you are noticing that maybe you have some extra fat around your tummy, that's probably more of a cortisol response to fight or flight. And that's because your body thinks it needs to hold on to everything. Because way back in the day when we had to fight for our food, that was what we did. Our bodies held on to weight, particularly around the middle, because that's where your vital organs are. Our bodies don't necessarily understand that there's a pantry full of food. The fridge is stocked. We've already been to the grocery store. It's like one of those innate responses that our bodies give. Or maybe you have a hard time with your stomach, IBS, Crohn's, GERD, or just acid reflux in general. There are some things that you can do to help to reduce that. We have specific treatments for digestion and for metabolism, especially if you are trying to lose some unwanted pounds right before swimsuit season. So those are options as well. Again, it's about what do you need to add for your particular parking lot because everyone's parking lot is different. If you have pain, one of the things we highly recommend is the collagen. And you might say, collagen, that's for your hair, skin, and nails, right? Yes, it is. But collagen also helps to lubricate your joints. But this collagen is different. And you're like, that's what everyone says. This collagen is different. This one really is. It's got CBG in it. CBG is known to reduce inflammation in the body, and it has even been prescribed by doctors for people with multiple sclerosis or other sorts of neurological ailments. So it actually calms the nervous system. So, on top of that, it helps gut health. So, you're getting gut health, reduced inflammation, reduced anxiety, reduced nerve pain, and the benefits of hair, skin, and nails. So, this is a fabulous option for anybody that's looking to add something extra into their system. CBDA. It is the purest form of CBD that you can get. This one is flavored cinnamon and it is wonderful. It increases your serotonin, which is like your happy juice. And it also, you would use it anytime that you would want to take an NSAID or a pain reliever. It really helps with pain reduction. And then there's a topical pain cream that when you put it on, it literally feels like it is hugging the pain out for you. I can't say enough about it. If you get headaches, you can rub it. Like if you're going to get a tension headache in your neck or at your temples, you can rub it right on there. If you have aches and pains, you're walking, you're running, wherever your pain is, you can put it on there and it takes the pain away in like 5 minutes or less. It is amazing. So you might be thinking, this sounds so great. Where do I start? Well, everybody starts super low and slow because there's absolutely no need to throw the kitchen sink at a problem if it can be fixed really easily. So most people start with what we call the balance and the restore package. You get 2 pieces and it's buy one get one free. So why wouldn't you get the two? So you get to choose between either jellies, either oils, and there are 2 collagen options. The most common bundle people get is a jelly and a collagen because it literally hits everything. So that's typically where people start. And again, it's buy one, get one free. so why not get the free one, right? How much do I take? How long does this last? That's like the next question, right? How often do I have to order this? So, when you get started with your jellies, you're actually going to take a jelly, and I'm going to show you how big they are. You're going to take a jelly and you're going to cut it into fourths. Fourths. So there's 30 in the jar and we're cutting it into fourths. That's how long it lasts, okay? It lasts a long time. You're going to cut it into fourths, and for like 3 or 4 days, you're going to take a fourth. And then you're going to say, how do I feel? You're going to assess what were the areas I wanted covered, and then how do I feel? So I feel 15% better. I think it could probably be a little bit better than that. So then you're going to move up to a half. You never just pop a hole and you go. You start with a quarter and you work your way up. I am at, oh gosh, again, like 12 weeks in, and I've just moved to a whole because I was taking a half twice a day. And I was like, I'm going to forget if I keep trying to do half twice a day. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a whole. I take a whole at night. For the tincture, the oil, you're going to start with 0.25. And it is very clearly labeled on your little dropper. And if you did take a whole bunch, nobody would know. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't feel wonky again. You could eat the entire jar and not feel any effects. But again, no need to take a whole bunch if you don't need it, if a small amount will address the problem that you were looking for. And last, consistency is key. This is like taking a daily vitamin. It is going to boost your immune system. It's going to boost your focus. It's going to help your sleep, reduce your anxiety, or reduce your overthinking. You name it, this bad boy will do it. So how do we know it's going to work for you? Oh, Frank says it is. He's very excited. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you feel confident in what you're doing and what you're taking. And so for that, everyone gets a free trial. There's 100% money back guarantee on every single package. If you are not 100% happy, if you don't get the results that you want, if you don't even feel half as good as you wanted to feel, you get your money back, no questions asked. This company truly does believe in educating people and giving you everything that you need right at your fingertips. So I know you need this in your life. So how do you order? There are 3 ways to order. One is a retail customer. 99% of people don't do that because they want the perks and they want the discount. So we have what's called PC Perks Club. You get an introductory offer. You get 20% off of all of your products. You can get up to 45% off. There's very flexible shipping, and we call it 1, 2 free. On your third order, you get free shipping. And then what's not listed up there is you also get on your fourth order, you get a coupon of $20 off to try any other product that maybe you want to try, like the sleep or the metabolism or the digestive gummies. And then there's the advocate. That's what I am. You get 20% off your products. You get $600 or more in product credit each year. You can earn trips, team incentives, and the earnings are unlimited. And I'll tell you, you might think, I couldn't do what you do. I didn't think I was going to do what I did. I literally bought the Advocate bundle, and I'll show it to you, because there were so many things that I wanted to try. And for me, for cost-effective purposes, that's what I wanted to do. So I personally started with the Hemp Lifestyle Collection, which gave me the collagen, both the jellies, the sleep, the pain cream, some samples to share with others, and 2 versions of the oils as well, because I just wanted to try to see what really would be best for me. My parents started with the Hemp Professional Collection. That one even comes with CBD for pets. So that one's super cool too. That one has your metabolism, your immune booster, your pain booster, all of those things, plus samples and everything else that I said, the bath soaks. So this is, if you really are trying to get a bang for your buck, this is a great way to do it. There's no minimums on shipping. We don't ship, we don't stock, we don't anything. We share our links and people purchase. So it makes it really easy. And I have to say, it is fun to educate other people about ways that they can feel better and live their best life. So now I think we've reached the end. So, in case you have any questions for me, you can pop them in the chat on Facebook. You can pop them in the chat on here. I will reach out to each of you again. I am, again, recording this so that we can make sure that we have a copy of this for later. And I really appreciate you coming today. I'm so glad that you are taking this next step for your wellness. Truly, learning about this is a gift. It is life changing for so many people. And maybe you have an issue that I didn't cover today. That's absolutely okay. Please send me a message and let's talk about it, because I'll find the answer for you, whether it's this or something else. But again, I just truly am thankful for you for spending 30 minutes of your afternoon on a Sunday with me. I hope you have the best Sunday ever. I can't wait to talk to you soon. And oh, go pack. Bye. And we will end.